Hi, hi everyone. Yeah, I'm okay. I will give my presentation. Give me a second. Okay, okay, fine.
Good evening, everyone. I, Bhavneet Kaur, are here to share the importance of Space Week. Space is a vast, seemingly infinite expanse that exists beyond Earth's atmosphere, encompassing everything from the planets and stars to galaxy and cosmic phenomena. Space Week, often celebrated around the first week of October, is an annual event aimed at promoting interest in space exploration, science, and technology. It coincides with the World Space Week, which is officially recognized by United Nations and runs from October 4th to October 10th. This period commemorates significant milestone in space history, such as the launch of Sputnik 1 on October 4th, 1957, and the signing of the Outer Space Treaty on October 10th, 1967. Conducting Space Week is a vital initiative that contributes to the educational outreach, global collaboration, and the pursuit of knowledge, all while inspiring the next generation to explore the wonders of space. The theme of this year holds a vital importance as we collaborate space and climate change. The theme, Space and Climate Change, for World Space Week highlights the crucial role that space technology plays in understanding and addressing climate change. This theme emphasizes how satellite observation and data can help monitor Earth's climate, assess environmental changes, and inform policy decisions. Satellites provide crucial data on temperature, changes, sea level rise, greenhouse gas emissions, and deforestation. This information is vital for tracking climate trends and impacts. Space technology adds in predicting and managing natural disasters linked to climate change, such as hurricanes, floods, and wildfire, enhancing the preparedness and the response efforts. The theme encourages research into new technology and methods for combating climate change, including renewable energy solutions and sustainable practices. Their theme promotes education and awareness about how space technology can help mitigate climate change, encouraging individuals and communities to take actions. Overall, space and climate change undergoes the interaction of space exploration and environmental stewardship, highlighting the importance of using space resources to protect our planet. World Space Week is a great opportunity for all the ages of people to engage with the wonders of space and understand its relevance to life on Earth. At last, I would conclude it with the notion of we all are here with the divine fire in us. Our efforts should be to give us wings to this fire. Thank you. Now, I request Mr. Dr. Anurabha Manjunmar sir to take over the session.
Okay, so it's my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Ponma Kishan, a distinguished leader in the startup and innovation ecosystem. As the managing coordinator at Hindustan Technology Business Incubator, he has been at the forefront of mentoring and fostering a dynamic environment for emerging ventures. With a solid background in engineering and a recent position as associate director at Avai Venture, our speaker brings a wealth of expertise in nurturing early stage startups and providing strategic leadership. His journey is marked by a deep passion for innovation and a commitment to empowering entrepreneurs with the tools and knowledge they need to thrive in the competitive world of technology. Today, he will share valuable insights on how to drive growth and innovation in the aerospace startup ecosystem, drawing from his extensive expertise and experience in startup ventures and administration. So, welcome, Mr. Ponmakishan. So now I would
Thank you, Dr. Abhinay.
please hand over the session. I'm like to hand over the session to you. So please, now you can start.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Arnava, for the wonderful introduction. And I would like to, before beginning itself, I would like to give a overall thank to Aishwarya Dara, the founder of InnovaWorld, for giving me this opportunity. So, hi and everyone, this is Kishan. So, as Arnava told, I don't need to repeat what I have done so far. So, let's move on. What is the main objective of this wonderful day? So I want to share my screen. Give it a second. Yeah. So is my screen visible, Aishwarya or Arnava?
Yes, its screen is visible now.
That's great. Okay, nice. So we are into World Space Week 2024. So imagine I hope the people over here, the audience, those who are watching this program, so they might be trying to understand the importance of this whole week from 4th October to 10th October. So, in one word, if I want to explain or emphasize the importance of this week is imagination. So, how imaginative you are. So, there are the terms how good in your academics, how good in your business, or how good in your innovation. So, I will give a term called how good is your imagination. So that's what I want to convey in this particular program. And without wasting much time, let's deep into this particular program. So as I told, the first thing is I want to convey is imagine. So everyone, like those who are watching this program, just close your eyes and imagine that in next 20 decades. So you may be a school student, or you may be a college student, or you may be a faculty or scientist. Imagine that after 20 years, you are at an altitude more than 500 kilometer from sea level, and you are experiencing the outer atmosphere or outer space, we can say. So just give a thought. You take some seconds and understand and close your eyes and imagine it, how it will be. So obviously, it is going to be a grateful imagination, right? So imagine you are going to experience gravitylessness, right? There is no gravity over there at that particular altitude, and obviously you are very much away from Earth, right? And you are very much close to outer space. So and you can see the entire sphere of Earth, right? And you can see how the sun and moon from that particular altitude, right? And how you can see the countries day and night, what is happening in our world. All that you will be in a capsule, right? In an arc, in a space vehicle, in a capsule. So that is the thought process we need to keep in our mind, like what I am going to imagine I want to be in after 10 years or 5 years or 20 years, right? So being an aerospace engineer or being an aeronautical engineer or those who are in space enthusiasm, you may be from different sectors, but if you have the enthusiasm towards space, the first step is to imagine that, or in other words, we can say dream about this, right? So like this, you can imagine like you are on the moon or you are in the Mars or you are going in a spacecraft in speed of light. I'm not saying speed of sound, speed of light. So traveling from one planet to another planet, one universe to another universe, one galaxy to another galaxy. So imagine it, dream it. So that is the first step you have to keep in your mind so that that will motivate you towards the travel of space exploration, right? So the first thing is dream or imagine, right? The next one is innovation. So as I told earlier, everyone needs to have a good uh, understanding, good idea, good dream, right? In the same way, the aerospace innovations are much needed in the current scenario and in the after next 2 or 3 decades, even more than that. So again, we will come to the point of imagination. So right now we have cars, bike, and we have buses, trains, and even aircrafts too. Imagine after like 100 years or 200 years, there will be flying cars where people will be just flying from one place to another place. They will start or they will stop using the conventional vehicle that whichever we are using right now. So when at that time, maybe after 200 years, people will think that if there is a transportation, it has to be through flying mode. Maybe I am flying from one city to another city, right? So the most convenient way will be flying itself. It can be like 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers. Maybe not for short duration or short distance. Obviously, it has to be somewhat like a longer distance, right? But still, if you are using car today or bike today, at that scenario, we will be using flying cars, right? So everything will be like lifted from your home or lifted near to there. Instead of bus stops, there will be helipad kind of stations will be there, right? It may be in the roof of the building, or it is near to your ground, or near in the park. So wherever it is there, so from there you can take off and you can land wherever you want. So that would be the scenario of futuristic impact. So you have to think and act like what needs for the future. So earlier I have told many times like when it comes to innovation, there are a few scientists right now in the world. They are working on designing aircrafts for Mars. So when we are just thinking of um, flying an aircraft or flying a drone or creating or manufacturing a missile or rockets, imagine there is a scientist who is working on building spacecrafts aircrafts for Mars atmosphere. So so they were completely done like many people are into the field of innovating in aerospace vehicle under earth atmosphere. So they want do something different from what others are doing. So they started to design aircrafts for Mars because they want to collaborate with Elon Musk, and they want to fly for the next few decades, within next few decades. So that's what the inspiration you need to have in innovating the product. So aerospace innovation is the next point I want to keep. And the third point I want to give you is exploration. So what is the human mankind mean for? Is that just we have to eat 3 times and we have to sleep for 8 hours and then we need to work for 8 hours? Is that for? Obviously, it is not going to be that alone, right? So this is a person like who is just thinking that, yeah, I have a 9 to 5 job and I'm having a family in home. So we will do the same routine and we will just go ahead. But that's not what humankind is made for, right? So humankind is made for to explore. Imagine you may be in India, maybe in South India, and you might have a dream in your mind that you want to visit Himalayas, right? Maybe especially Manali, Kulu, right? And you want to experience the snow. So what it means? It means that you want to explore. You may be traveling from a city to town or town to city the first time. What you did is you explored, right? So that's what the human kind is made of. So whenever I'm going to a new place, I'm exploring the new place and I want to understand the culture. I want to understand the ecosystem. I want to experience the nature, or even if there is a scientific field, a museum, if I'm entering, so I want to experience what is in the technological aspect, right? So depending upon each and every activity, it needs to explore something. So that's why many people are taking their bike and taking their car and they are just randomly going to trips, and they want to identify the true self, right? The true self lies on the exploration. So you have to explore the city, you have to explore your subject, you have to explore your life partner, you have to explore each and everything. So it's all about exploration. In the same way, you need to explore the planetary also, right? How, what, why the entire planet ecosystem is built. So you need to move away from Earth and you need to go for moon, you need to go for Mars, you need to go for other planets, you need to go for other galaxies. You cannot stop that too, right? So that's what exploration means. That's what humankind is made up of. If one person is good with 9 to 5, it doesn't mean the next person will be needs to do that. He wants to explore. So obviously he will do the exploration. He will be innovative. He will be imagining in a different way and he will be attaining the goal, right? So exploration matters for each and every individual. See, again, the point can be included in any field of study. It's not about only space. It can be included in any field of study, even if you want to start your own venture, even if you want to start your career, you need to explore, right? So exploration is one of the matter. So vision. So I have related like imagine, innovation, exploration, right? And then we are coming into the vision. So how good is my vision is? So imagine you want to watch a movie in the next week, right? And which you might be got impressed with their trailer or teaser, whatever they are giving in the earlier itself. So you are imagining like the next 5 days I want to watch that movie, right? So that is a short term vision you are keeping for the next week. So every individual is having a short-term mission. Maybe tomorrow morning he wants to eat dosa, or he wants to eat aloo paratha, something like that. So that itself, it is a small vision for a humankind. So imagine you need to take for a longer term. You need to keep a vision of myself, or like how I want to be, how I want my network in the sense my stakeholders needs to be, right? So that vision is one of the best thing which will motivate you every day. Imagination will make you to feel like, okay, that will be there, but the vision will motivate you daily, like to attain it, right? Attain the goal. So that point is also needed. And then it comes to the multidisciplinary research. So as I told earlier, you can be a mathematical student, or you can be a physics student, or you may be from biotechnology, you may be from chemical engineering, you may be from mechanical, you may be from electronics. Together you can create a big change than in being an individual. And the exploration of space needs that actually. So if you want to explore the space, you need a different kind of living ecosystem in Mars. Let's say we are going to Mars, right? And we are going to colonize Mars itself. There you need food also, right? You need to grow plants, you need to eat, and you need to have a home kind of feel, right? Where you can self-sustain yourself, and you need to travel. Obviously, again, when we reached Mars, that is not our end point. We need to explore Mars too. Like now we are exploring from India to America, India to UK, Dubai, Singapore. We need to explore Mars, and we need to give different names, right? So like that, imagine if you are going to Mars and we want to create the same bio ecosystem what is already in Earth. We need all kind of team, right? Individuals, specialized individuals. So multidisciplinary research will help you to grow in upcoming days. So you have to, if you are doing a project or if you are doing a research, include other team members so that they can contribute better in your project rather than focusing on single disciplinary. So being an aerospace engineer, you should not say like, I will only do aerospace project, I won't include anyone else. You have to include the other departments, other specialized people, those who are interested in aerospace research too. That will give you the biggest strength which is needed for the current time. And finally, you need to create an enthusiasm, right? So how this enthusiasm is created, that's what I want to explain in the upcoming slide. So enthusiasm is one of the fact which you, not only you will feel, your entire team will feel. So you are a team of 5 members, and if the coordination among your 5 people is equal and you want to contribute equal, how you can make that for a long term, right? You should have the enthusiasm equally among everyone. So if I want to be a pilot, right? So I am learning from a pilot. Obviously, I need to learn from a pilot. And if I want to train some pilots, I need to find out who is interested in pilot training, who wants to fly the aircraft. You cannot just randomly pick someone to, yeah, come, let's fly the aircraft, right? You cannot do that. He should have the enthusiasm. He should have the interest. So that's how, when you are doing a project or when you are doing a research on aerospace or any other field, you have to find out the right team, right person who is enthusiastic as much as you are, right? So that is the another point I want to cover. So how you can build the enthusiasm? That's what I want to convey in the upcoming slides. So what are the things we have seen? So imagination, innovation, exploration, vision, and multidisciplinary research. And the final one is enthusiasm. So as I told, with enthusiasm, we are creating a team. So once we create a team, obviously the first thing what we will get is fail. It may be a failure in building the team itself. It may be a failing in developing the product. It may be failure in developing the idea itself. In the idea stage itself, it may fail, right? Or it may fail during the final product development, right? Or even after business launch, it may fail, right? But what you need to keep in your mind is, if I fail today, it doesn't mean that after 5 years or 10 years, I will not get into the path of victory. So the main objective is, today I fail, tomorrow I will fail faster, right? And next day I will get more, like more, most of the time I may get fail, right? But one day I will be getting victory. So that is the ultimate goal of the idea projection, right? The innovation ideas. So today you need to fail fast, then fail faster. One day you will get into the path of victory. That up to that you need to work on the same idea, same path which you are dreaming right now, right? So it's not about only you dreaming. As I told, the team which you are creating, they should also have the same enthusiasm. So enthusiasm, right? So I personally did one of the project along with Aishwarya Dara, who is coordinating this program for as an founder in our world. So we together took the challenge of bringing out an enthusiasm among student community in Chandigarh University in Punjab. So what we did is we were planning to launch world's largest hydro rocket. So to make you understand this, this exactly happened 5 years ago. That is in 2019, exactly during this World Space Week. So I am having a great enthusiasm about this World Space Week because I have enthusiastically created a team, and they were so much into this project, and they were very much um, happy when they have done this project, right? So let's see what we have did exactly in the October 2019, especially in the space World Space Week. So there was a previous record of world's largest hydro rocket that was done by Canadian people as of 2029. So the largest, world's largest hydro rocket was 0.5 meter diameter and 5 meter height, and they have altitude and altitude of 73 feet. So that's their ultimate design what they have. So we want to break that design, and we want to attain maximum altitude what our design performs, right? So in that scenario, we took as a challenge, and we understand that developing or fabricating largest world's largest hydro rockets is not going to be a easiest task. So how water rocket works, or how rocket works, there is a force of thrust which is greater than the rocket's weight, which will help the rocket to lift off from the earth atmosphere or sea level or wherever it is, right, from the launch pad. So in order to get the stable flight, we need to ensure that center of pressure must lie below the center of gravity. So this is a particular point I need to give. So obviously you need to generate more thrust so that the entire rocket will lift off. And we don't have, first of all, we don't have a proper tutorial is available in the market. We don't have the tutorial, and we were not understanding like how to proceed further, because doing the um, uh, launch of a 2 liter water bottle or water hydro rocket itself a challenging task, right? Many people knows like who has done that in the initial path, right? And you want to break that by 5 meters. So imagine like if I am 1.5 meter height, so it is 3 times more than my height itself. So I want to make that rocket to lift off, and we want to keep the diameter as 0.5 meter. So the challenge lies there, and we created a team of 20 people, where two-person, like one student is Ajit Shetari, and another one is Shivakumar. They were very much dedicated, and they were very much enthusiasm about this project, right? So I chose them, and I asked them to work on this project, and they did the initial literature survey, and they sketched the rocket model, and they have calculated the calculations and design as well as analysis, and they did stage by stage testing too. So what are the materials we used? We used water bottles, and we actually designed a new water bottle which is going to helpful for our project, and we fabricated that from a manufacturing unit in Chandigarh itself, where we ordered 1,000 bottles, and we used foam sheet, we used steel plates, and we used wood also, as well as we used chloroplast, and to stick everything together we used araldite. So these are all the materials we have used for the rocket, and this is the initial values that was calculated by our team. So the total volume of the rocket will be 27.5 liters, where the water volume will be 7.5 liters, and the pressure needs to be in that rocket is 482.6. So these are all the initial estimations we have done for the rocket design. So how our design looks? So we used 266 bottles so that we can maintain the height of 5 meter height of the rocket, and the diameter of the rocket will be 0.5 meter, more than that, more than 5 meter, and 0.5 meter more than that. So what we did is we arranged each column wise, we arranged bottles, near about 20 bottles we have arranged, and we created a cylindrical pattern, right, as shown in the figure. So this is how we attached the two water bottles, and we arranged in the row wise, right? So you can see here, and we made such kind of column wise stages, and we attached together, right? And we had a fin, and we had a nose cone too, right, where you can see in the top layer the nose cone. So the bottle is we used plastic, and the fins are uh, used with chloroplast, and the nose cone was with foam sheet, right? So the challenging task we experienced in this project is how we are going to lift the entire rocket, because there is no tutorial in YouTube and all, right? You check now itself, you won't get a tutorial for lifting the largest hydro rocket. For a hydro rocket, there is a tutorial is available, where you will be just use a cycle tube, right? So you just need to create a pressure inside the bottle, release it, the rocket, the water rocket will be moving, just generating thrust, and it will be moving forward or upward depending upon the angle you are launching. But the challenge here is you need to pressurize every bottle, and you need to release the entire bottle at the same time, right? Each column needs to be pressurized separately, and you have different nozzles, and you need to release it at the same time. So that's where the challenging task comes. So I suggested them to keep this flat plate, actually, right? So the flat plate helped them to connect the nozzles together. So instead of launching the rocket and pressurizing it individually, I asked them to design such kind of flat plate where it will be lifted together, right? Rather than individually lifted together. So this flat plate helped us to make sure that the entire nozzle of the rocket is connected together, and when we are launching, it has to go with the together, right? So see the dedication. When we see the team, you can identify like how dedicated they are. They are just from the campus. They just came from after the classes. You can see their bags, right? And they were testing initially with a 2 liter water bottle, then they made single stage, and then they made a double stage, and that much dedication they had towards the project, right? So it's a wonderful team who worked in this project, and the main agenda is it's their own dream. They want to achieve something, and they had the dream, and they had the innovative idea, and they had the same enthusiasm. Right? That's where it came into the picture. So like that, they worked day and night. They worked for weeks, and they have completed the model. As we told, the stages have been attached to the flat plate at the bottom, where you can see in the picture, right? So launch pad. So that is again the next challenging task is to build the launch pad, because in case of a single water bottle, you don't need launch pad. So you can just pressurize, and you can release the tube itself. It will be flying in a direction, right? But in case of 5-meter height and 0.5-meter diameter rocket, you need to have a launch pad. So designing a launch pad is one of the challenging tasks which we had in this particular project too. So again, we as a team together, we thought like how it will work, what are the things we need to implement on the design, and our students were very much interested in how this entire ecosystem is built, right? So they were good with the base design. They did that. So I suggested them let's go with the locking mechanism of the whole rocket because we already using a flat plate at the bottom. We will use another flat plate which will be holding this entire door-like structure, sliding door. This right bottom side there is a picture, right? It looks like a sliding door, which will help us to keep the entire base plate, right? Entire base plate, and it will help us to hold the entire rocket. That's what the idea we implemented in this. So yeah, this is how it looks like. So there will be the inside flat plate, the base plate of the rocket, and there will be a sliding door, which help us to withstand the rocket. So when we are releasing the slide doors, the rocket will be flying when it is pressurized, right? So that's the ultimate idea we had, and our people again started to work on designing the launch pad. They calculated the diameter, everything. So this is how the two flat plates will be looking like, and we kept the initial on 4th October 2019. That is the first day of World Space Week, right? So we are on fourth day of World Space Week. So in 2019, I'm speaking on the 4th October 2019. So that is the day we were going to launch the rocket, right? Since it is a Guinness World Record and we are into world's largest hydro rocket. So we were thinking about designing this and successfully launched the rocket. So our students have not slept for three more than near about 3 to 4 days, and even I have waited up to 3 a.m. for this project, right? So we were dedicated our time and effort towards this project to achieve the success and to break the Guinness World Record, right? And we did the preservation system. So we connected each and every individual cabins with the tubes so that we can fill that air, like we can pump the air and we can keep the bottles pressurized, right? So for that, initially we had this idea to parallelly filling the pressurization. So that is the design which you are seeing in this. So on the 4th October, near about afternoon 2 p.m., this image was taken where the rockets have been set, the pressurization system is done, and the basement is done. Everything is ready. The judges are there. The head of the departments were there. The marketing team is there. Photographers were there, and most of the students from the campus they were also present. And this unexpected scenario happened. That is, there is a leakage of water in the bottom. When we pressurized the entire rocket, the rocket couldn't able to stabilize it, and it started to tilt aside, right, and tilted into one angle, which created a disaster to the team that they lost the entire hope and the project came to an end on that particular day in the terms of failure. So our students, the time we dedicated, I and Aishwarya took this challenge in March itself, March 2019. We registered that and we were progressing day by day. We did the design, we did everything for the particular day of 4th October. And our students were got frustrated and we didn't sleep that night. Even our students, few of them have not slept in the night. So I asked them to go and have a peaceful sleep. The next day morning, I called them again and I told them there was a plan B. So that's where you need to come up and you need to create a team which has some goal, which is dedicated towards the goal, and you need to keep some part as a backup plan. So what is the plan is? The plan A is on 4th October 2019 is the launch date for the Guinness World Record. But during the application itself, I have given the secondary date of launch, that is 10th October 2019. So being a team, being a person who leads the team, you need to have always plan A, plan B, what if plan A didn't work, and what you can bring to the table, right? Because it is a teamwork, it is a team effort for a long term, and you need to encourage them and you need to make it success. So I called the team on 5th October and I told them, I gave them the instruction that there is another chance that we can launch the rocket on 10th October. The joyness, what you see on their faces, it is what the enthusiasm is. You imagine you worked hard, you failed, you literally cried the whole night, and the next day you were told that there is another chance. We don't know that we are going to be a successful or not. That is secondary. But still, they when we said there is a chance, they were very much literally they were happy. They want to do it another time. They want to make their hands dirty for the next 6 days too. Right? That is what a single project which will create the enthusiasm on young minds, right? So if you are a young mind, if you are a young generation, you are a faculty, you can be from any team or any sector, any specialization. You need to make your team enthusiasm, and the same needs to be transferred for all the members. They all needs to be come together for that. So what we did, we completely changed the entire pressurization system, and we came up with the new idea of developing the product, and we did it actually. So what we did, instead of creating the pressurization from the bottom, we did a new design, so which I want to discuss through a video. So let me stop sharing this particular thing, and then I will share a video. From the video you can understand that how was our last day, that is 10th October 2019, where we have the second launching which we scheduled, right? So that I want to share with you right now. So coming into that point, yeah, give it a second, let me share it again. Yeah. So Aishwarya, please let me know the screen is visible, or Arnava,
Yes, it's
screen is visible.
visible. It's visible.
And please also check the sound. Did you able to hear the sound?
Sound is not audible, but the screen is visible.
No, right now I passed it. So come like when I play, please let me know.
Okay.
Did you hear it?
No, no,
Now can you able to hear it?
no, no. It's sound is not audible.
Okay. Okay. Then I will give the commands myself. Like that's fine. So let the video be there. I will give the commands, right? So let me mute that too, so that I won't get disturbed of that. Okay, fine. So there are judges were there on the 10th. You can see in the top left corner, 10/10/2019, where we are going to launch with our new design. And the judges are first they were measuring the height of the rocket. So it's more than 5.1 meter. So the height of the rocket is recorded as 5.1 meter. So we just designed the rocket in such a way that the previous rocket's dimension has been successfully redesigned, and we are more than the previous dimensions, right? We designed in a way like that. So we attained 5.1 meter, and the diameter of the rocket is 0.52 meter. So I'm just skipping a few things because, yeah. So 0.52 meters, which is again greater than the previous record. And now our rocket is rebuilt again, kept in the launch pad. The launch pad design is same. We had the sliding doors, but the pressurization system is which we have changed, right? So I want to show you like, yeah, this is how the ground it was. Everyone is again enthusiastically there, and they want to see our achievements. The people, those who are not into our team, they were also present on the day, and they were very much enthusiastic to know what is the result of this project, right? So we had heads of the department, we had colleagues, we had team, we had many students were present on the day, and still we were working on that. So it is the last day, that is 10th October, and it's near about 7 p.m. So we came to the end of the day, and we were working on that up to that last minute too. So how and what we did the change with the pressurization system is we replaced the complete pressurization system from the bottom, and we took it into the top. So we has the support of this stand, which you can see in the video, and we connected the nozzles in the top portion of the uh, rockets itself, right? So each column, it has separate nozzle, and it has connected to the cycle tubes, right? The tube which we have used in cycle tire tubes. So we kept there, and we started to pressurize individually. Each column is individually pressurized, so that the pressure which we have earlier calculated, right? That is approximately, we ensure that it is equally kept in each stages. So that is the uniqueness we learned in the 6 days. So when the student came like, sir, this bottom pressurization system is not going to work, I was thinking like, what is the alternative for that? So let's break the conventional way of approach. If you take any YouTube video, they will launch the rocket, like the nozzle will be in the bottom, and they will be launching a pressurization system will be done from the bottom itself. So we took the complete pressurization system part from the bottom, and we replaced it with the top model. Top from the top, we kept the pressurization. So that is the innovative idea we got on this from the first failure, and we worked on the particular consecutive days. So one of our student Ajit went into the top, and he started to pressurize each columns of rocket, and then he kept the nose cone. So the nose cone, I hope you remember, right? Which is made up of foam sheet. So we were handing it to him. So we broke two records, right? We broke the height first, we broke the diameter first, and the third one is we need to break the altitude, because the rocket needs to lift off, right? And we need to break the altitude. So how we will measure the altitude? So we kept a pressurization, we kept a altimeter sensor in the nose cone, right? So to power the altimeter sensor, we kept a power bank too, right? So that the power from the power bank will be generated to the altimeter, and the altimeter sensor will be recording the data, right? So that is where we want to confirm the exact victory of this entire project, right? So the nose cone was fixed in the rocket from the top. So you are seeing that only here. And so once the rose cone is fixed, we moved away from the rocket. In the meantime, we were checking. In the meantime, we were checking each and everything. right? So the rocket has been moved from that place. We were checking the pressure, everything in the meantime too. And when the final thing, like everything is placed perfectly, we were, it is like a nail biting moment. Like everyone who is involved in the project nail their they are keeping their hand in their mouth and they are biting nails. And there was a sound three, two, and again three, one. It's a lift off. So that day, if you see this video really, you will understand the joyness. What you cannot imagine the uh, young minds who are celebrating this moment. The same students experienced the 6 days before frustration, failure, everything. But after the sixth day, they enjoyed their victory. They attained the enthusiasm of the victory, right? The reason is because what they learned, what they created by themselves, right? So that is the joyful moment. If you want to enjoy this, you can look into the video, world's largest hydro rocket, right? You may find in the YouTube itself. You may find short videos also. You can understand the great enthusiasm what the team bring into the table. So this is the guy who dedicated his entire time on this project. And we had one of the mantra actually. We had one of the mantra. So that mantra is it was introduced by me actually. So it was introduced? This is one to motivate the students. So it's like chappala chalapula chalapura anta, right? So that create the team to make joyful among them, and that where they are celebrating right now, right? So if I took the past 5 years of the journey, we did a great, remarkable thing, and for which I can proudly say of my team and what we achieved on those particular days in the World Space Week, right? So moving on to that, obviously we need to calculate the data, right? Yeah. So here is the graph. So what the graph indicates is the peak line where it is showing the bottom line. So that is the altitude of Chandigarh. So Chandigarh is little bit from the sea level. It is having 300 meters something altitude. So this the bottom line indicates the 300-meter altitude, and the top peak shows the height of our rocket. So after the measurement, we identified that we have successfully flown for 104 feet. So the previous record was 73 feet, and we broke that on that world's largest hydro rocket designed by our team itself. So one of the proud moment we attained on that day. So remarkable day, remarkably enthusiastic among all the stakeholders, the students, faculties, the project leaders, right? So everyone was enjoying the day, and our head of the department was also happy. The entire university. If you go to Chandigarh University, if you enter to the reception, you can find the banner of this world's largest hydro rocket. If you ask the department faculties, they will also say that uh, what they dreamt on the particular day. So this is the final graph which shows the data which helped us to attain the world's largest hydro rocket. So coming up into the team, so as I told, the launch time was near about 7:20 p.m. The date of attempt was 10/10/2019. We achieved 104 feet, and myself and Aishwarya acted as a principal co-investigators, and Ajit and Shivkumar led the team, and the remaining people who were all the supporters from Chandigarh University on that particular world's largest hydro rocket project. So we have various clips, and we had did a great job on that day, which helped us to understand what is the true power of a team, right? So that's what I want to convey on this day. And with respect to this, I want to conclude the session. And whatever the questions you have in mind, you can shoot it now. And yeah, that's all from my end. So once again, I would like to thank Aishwarya Dara and Arnava and their team for this wonderful day. So yeah, that's all. I want you have to ensure that you guys are attain some enthusiasm, make it, create a team, create the same enthusiasm, create the vision. Surely you can explore a lot. All the best, you guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kishan, for your wonderful presentation. And you have also highlighted, very nicely you have presented that outlined. Basically, you have given an outline that what are the most important thing that we need in life, and also to be an entrepreneur or, relevant to this field. So we have some questions. So are you ready to take down those questions?
Yeah, if I can able to answer, I will surely answer for it. Please
Uh,
let me know.
okay. So just a second, we have some question. This question from Jashan. Why isn't any university team trying to launch a rocket to space or just launching a rocket in India?
Okay, why university is not launching a rocket, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to lie on this question because if you ask the thing to any universities, they will be giving blah blah stuffs. The most important thing is funding. So you need to be openly answer that. So imagine that how much fund you have, how you are going to spend, how the futuristic approach is there, right? So Jashwant, the question is, even there are a few institutions who are ready to invest the amount, maybe let's say 1 crore or 2 crore on the project, what it, how they will get the returns on that, right? So that's what they will see. So in that way, we don't have a perfect answer for that. If you are that much enthusiastic about taking into the consideration, I will ask you to create a team, go for it. That's what many people in India right now doing. You take with Agnikul, you take with Skyroot, they are all doing the same. They are all starting the rocket launching company, acting as a rocket launch startups in India. But the reason why the institutions are not going is because of funding only. If institution is having like 100 crores of revenue, surely they will go for rocket launch, right? But that's not currently in the Indian market. But if you take, you can collaborate with those company. You may find out where you can contribute to those startups, and by the help of academic institutions you can do that, right? So may not be directly, may you can do with the partnership program. That's what I want to answer. I hope, Aishwarya, I'm sorry for to be too frank on this question.
No, no, it's fine. This is a platform where we can interact and discuss the problem. So I really appreciate your answer that you have discussed this matter very clearly, right? Instead of giving any false hope.
Exactly,
So
thank
we
you.
have one more question. What are the main things on which an entrepreneur should work on?
Okay, so you may be from you may be not only for aerospace entrepreneur, you can be an entrepreneur in any other sector too. Whether you have a manufacturing product or a service based sector, right? The first thing is you create a team. You take anything, you create a team. If you lag in creating team, obviously you cannot do as an individual person, right? If I am doing the HR work, if I am hiring the person, if I am doing the marketing, if I am doing the sales, if I am doing the technical, if I am doing the client meeting, how it is possible, right? So you need to somewhat create a team or collaborate with those who are already having a team. So we have a team, right? From our point, we have 125 plus team members were there, where we have different teams engaged in the different sectors. and that's how it will be a perfect run, right? So either you create a team or collaborate with those who are already having the team. So you can always connect with me, right? I can help you to connect with the with our team too, to make a successful entrepreneur. That's what we are doing right now. We are doing technical consulting as well as business consulting. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, you can always connect with us through LinkedIn or through any other mode. So my user ID will be Punmakshan only. So yeah, we are looking into more entrepreneurs, not just for namesake, who can dedicatedly work for that, who has the vision, obviously, and who wants to explore, right? So those 5 points you cannot neglect actually. So which I discussed in the beginning of the slide presentation, you cannot exclude if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, if you want to be a successful innovator, even if you want to be an employee where you want to be have a successful career, you cannot skip those uh, five points which I discussed earlier in the beginning of the session itself. So that's what my answer to him.
Yeah, I think that will this answer will definitely help Hitesh to
Yeah,
focus on this. And we have few more questions. Uh,
yeah.
why not companies collaborate with respect to department of the colleges, especially in aero field?
Okay. See, as I told, the company is looking into multidisciplinary aspect. They are not looking into single disciplinary. So there were from US, if you take like one of the CEO for I think it's United Launch Alliance. I think so. I'm not sure. Maybe, but he is a CEO of aerospace company. That I well versed. I know that. So once the same kind of question was asked to him. So he told that he will prefer for an aerospace company, the first candidate he will prefer is electronics engineering. The second one is computer science engineering, and third one is electrical kind of thing, and fourth is mechanical, and fifth is aerospace engineering. What he has given that statement. So imagine you are running an aerospace company where your main objective or outcome is going to be the launch of rocket, the design, launch, and fabrication of the rockets happening over there. But still, you are giving the preference of design and analysis of rocket aerospace vehicles and aerospace engineer at the fifth place. So he is a he. I'm not kidding. So he is a big chief executive of officer in US, and he told the statement. It was literally in Twitter also. So the reason is our aerospace students, when they came into this field, they were thinking that studying aerospace degree is fine and we will get the degree, that's complete, that's all. We will do the design software, we will do the analysis software, and we will using that we will gain some skills, and we will enter into a tier one company, that's fine. There are opportunities are there for that particular role, but if you open your eyes and see, the entire company has various field. So you need to do one thing, that you need to ensure that the first thing is get into the company's portal and understand what are the carriers they have and what is their requirement, and improve that skill. If they ask for a coding on particular thing, learn coding, learn data analyst, data analytics tools, and whatever suitable for that role apart from your own specialized degree. If I am good in aircraft design, if I say I'm good in aircraft design, I'm good with CATIA, that's all my career is all about. 100 out of 100, maybe 5 people can get into the career path, the remaining won't. But if I say I'm interested in aircraft design, I'm good with CATIA, and I'm good with coding, or I'm good with um, developing softwares for AI, because AI is in the trend, then I will get chance to come enter into the aircraft field, right? They will prefer aerospace engineers when we have the skills of computer science engineers too, or when we have the skills of electronics engineers too. So that's what he wants to represent. He is telling that the aerospace engineers are focusing on more on design analysis part, which requires 20 years of time, right? Imagine, Aishwarya, if we are an aerospace engineer and I'm starting to think of new aircraft design, to design a new aircraft. If I start the sketching, if I start the performance calculation, it is not going to come to the market in the next year, right? It will take 20 years of time to come into the market. So what the industry will prefer? The industry won't prefer which is needed for the long time. They want the money flow in a short time. So for short time, they already have the design, they already have the analysis team, they have the perfect manufacturing unit, which has been done for before 10 years itself. So why they want to invest on a designer, why they want to invest on analysts? But they want to invest on electronics, they want to invest on computer science people. The reason is they want to improve the efficiency of the aircraft, not only through the design, they want to do through efficient way of approach. So this is the reason why um, there is a lag between the collaboration of industry as well as the academics too. So the academic people should have the mentality of collaborating in a multidisciplinary way. The students should have, the faculty should have. So that's how the next generation will come, and they will understand what industry needs. And industry will also go into the academics, and they will understand that they are ready to learn in different sector, different approach too. So I hope that will answer for that particular question.
Okay, yes, absolutely. And we have one more last question. Is it
Sure.
good to take a friend as a business partner?
Okay. So that is an interesting question. Whoever asked that, friendship is different because friendship is all about um, like what we can say in a one word, how I feel about him, right, and how he feel about me, and it is a perfect. It's kind of perfect relationship, right? So friendship is completely different. But when it comes to the business, you cannot expect your friend to be a business partner. When you are speaking a business deal with your friend, you need to ensure that you need to tell him openly everything, that this is the progress we want to make. If you are not interested, let's be friends, let's be the best friends, as like us earlier yesterday. We will take our friendship for the lifelong. Where it breaks, if you take the business partner like without consulting anything with your friend, and you are just asking him to be a partner, and he is not contributing to the towards the business at all, there will be a time where you need to break that partnership, which will break your friendship too. Once he is a good friend, he is the best friend, but if you are not discussing with him the terms and conditions of the partnership agreement with your about your startup or about your business in the beginning itself, surely you will regret it later. He will he will be, it will be hard at the moment when it breaks, right? So be careful with that. So always think twice when you are taking this decision. Keep everything in the documentation agreements. So agreement speaks better than that. Yeah, I sure that I think that is the answer to that question.
Absolutely. And thank you so much that you have delivered wonderfully, and you have given an wonderful clarity about the today's session. And we have one more
So any other?
question. So can
Yeah,
we take
please,
it?
please go.
Okay. Which platforms are there to improvise aircraft or spacecraft design, such as OpenVSP?
Yeah, OpenASP itself is a good tool only to understand the basic design of an aircraft. So imagine like you want to take the futuristic approach. Obviously, you can use AI to in each and everything. Maybe when you are starting about the problem statement itself, start using AI itself. You ask ChatGPT like what are the things we need to we can use for improving the aircraft design. So that will give you the better step-by-step ideas which needs to be done. Follow it. Each and everything you can ask question. If it asks you to calculate weight, you ask it again like what are the parameters you need to consider. So then it will say calculate the wing weight, calculate the fuselage weight, calculate the fuel weight, everything. So then you give the input like if my aircraft is having a span of 5 meter, so what will be the approximate weight or what will be the approximate thickness. ChatGPT itself, it is a great tool to understand the basic design concept, but you cannot trust until it is full-fledgedly into the market. There are some errors will be there, so you need to use your technical knowledge on that too, and you need to correct the data. So whatever tool you are going to use in this current scenario, use it with AI. Surely you will get a better result than just using the tool itself, right? So that will give her better understanding about her question.
Okay, so thank you, Kisan.
Yeah.
So first of
Thank you,
all,
Arnava.
I would like to congratulate you again for your achievement and for the achievement of all actually uh, for uh, for the world's largest hydro rocket. Okay, and I
Thank
have
you.
seen that what the dedication what you all and you and your team have means dedicated to build this project and make the success. So thank you very much again.
Yeah,
And
I want to convey one thing. Actually, I forgot to convey that. This record was broken by Japan in the last year, actually. So I forgot to mention it before itself. So Japan broke that record. Right now, if you see the world's largest hydro record is broken by Japan itself. So we did in 2019, and Japan did it last week. But the ultimate thing is they couldn't able to attain the altitude. So they improved the design, they improved the diameter, they improved the height, but they couldn't able to achieve the distance. That's because of our innovation, and we filed a patent for that too. And this I forgot to mention earlier itself. So remember, if you are searching right now, it will be showing Japan as the world's largest hydro, but they couldn't able to attain the altitude because they launched it in a inclined manner, not vertically. They launched it inclined, so which helped us to attain the maximum altitude, which didn't help them to attain the maximum altitude. That I want to convey. And thank you, Arnava, for inviting me. And thank you, Aishwarya, for being there in the project too. Even I want to congratulate you for the
Yeah,
particular
thank you so
remembrance of
much.
this particular.
very
Yeah.
much.
So thank you, guys. Those who are seeing there. Have a great day. Be enthusiasm. Remember the 5 points. You can achieve anything, right? So,
Sure,
Jay Aerospace. That's all from our end.
sure. So it's though I think again some Indians will also break that record also, which Japan has created. So I hope so.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody that is our
exactly.
new entrepreneur. So, so thank you very much, and it is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to Mr. Kishan for delivering such an insightful and engaging session on the entrepreneur, the startup ecosystem and entrepreneurship in aerospace, and what are the developments of aerospace engineering, and how the and in which way you can start your startups and entrepreneurship in this aerospace. So your expertise
Thank you,
and
Arnava.
deep understanding of this rapidly evolving sector have provided us with invaluable perspectives on the opportunities and challenges facing the aerospace startups today. So again, thank you very much. So it
Oh,
is,
thank you all.
yes, it is a privilege that
Thank you,
you have
guys.
attended the session and you're such a beautiful speech. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you
Have a
so
great
much,
day, guys.
Kishan, for spending
Yeah,
valuable time with us. And
thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you.
yes, and keep in touch with us, right?
Sure,
And
sure, sure,
if
sure. I'll do
our
that.
community is contacting you regarding, any startup, kindly guide them so that they can
Sure,
answer rightly.
sure, 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 sure. Thank you very much. Bye, bye, everyone. Good night.
Okay, bye.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
As you know, that day one session is over. So, we are planning for day one to day five programs. We have a week program, and this is a very first day program where you have learned about futuristic view of aerospace startups and that what is coming in upcoming years and what the things will take you further. So thank you for watching with us. And as the feedback link is already been shared in the what's in the chat box, so please do fill up that, and so that every 5 days you have to fill up this feedback, so then only you will get a week certificate. So as you know, it's a week program, not a individual one. So tomorrow we have another session, same time, and which will be you'll be receiving through the mail, right? So till then, good night, and stay connected with us.